Welcome back, guys, to Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, and today we'll be facing up against the Royal Ludroth, or Ludroth, however you want to pronounce it. I don't fucking care, to be honest. Oh, shit, okay. Well, this works out. I thought we were gonna fight him on D Island. I didn't look at the map too quickly. I just was like, oh, well, I guess I'm on this map. Now, usually, this map's easier to find him on. D Island is deserted island, and he's a fucking pain in the ass, because sometimes I kind of have trouble scouting him out. Like, I was going to originally do the video in D Island, but I was like, let's do it in this map, which was showcased in Monster Hunter Portable 3rd. And that was when they didn't have swimming anymore. That was just gone. It was long gone. I don't know why, but not a lot of people like swimming, and some people did. Usually I find them in Area 7 like you see here. And we can just go right at this battle right here. Now the Royal Ludroth, or Ludroth, is vulnerable, and his weakness is fire, obviously, because he is water. He's water all day, baby. And he is a Leviathan. And the funny thing about Leviathans, though, is, there's different interpretations on what they look like. There's some I've seen that look like fucking crabs. I don't know why. Just ask people, because they're just like, oh, yeah, that's a Leviathan. And then I've seen some that look like snakes, and I'm just like, you gotta make up your mind, man. This isn't like Corinne, where you tell me this is an Elder Dragon, and it's a fucking pony. So I'm like, huh. And a lot of people would be like, well, you know, JD Punk, well, that's very disrespectful. And I'm like, I don't fucking care about your feelings.
You and me, just how I like it.
I don't care if it was a My Little Pony. I'm still gonna call it a My Little Pony. Like, would you call a My Little Pony a fucking dinosaur? No, you wouldn't. I know it's a I get it. That was a horrible comparison. That was very horrible. I'm sorry you had to experience that cancer. But it's just, I don't know. Leviathans are very interesting, and like rightfully so, because you get these different pictures of what they actually look like, and then you got this thing that looks like it just came out of a test tube, out of a science lab, to be honest. I mean, it's like a combination, and it's just like, yeah, this is the Royal Ludroth. This fucking thing looks like a retarded sponge with it's like a lizard sponge thing, if we're being honest here, I guess. Curse you and your front claws that I bounce off of sometimes. Castle walls, not even gonna fucking bother. I think I have guild style on, and the funny thing about that is I put it on as a joke and I forgot to take it off, and I'm like, oh fuck. Actually no, I don't think I'm guild style, because yeah, no, I'm still alchemy style, but I only have one fucking skill, which is just amazing. It's not amazing, to be honest, but the alchemy style isn't too bad. The alchemist style, I don't even know at this point what to call it. Alchemy, alchemist, same shit. Well, the alchemy would be the subject, the class, and an alchemist would be the personnel of that class, So, I got the chicken egg. I was going to call it the chicken catapitator. Yeah, it's the chicken catapitator. No, the chicken decapitator, because it's a default. I would consider it a default good weapon, I guess you could say, because I wasn't gonna bring in my Baroth, the G rank set, and fuck shit up, because honestly that's like wrong. That's very wrong, especially when you're fighting low rank shit and you're just like, yeah, I'm feeling it. What the fuck? Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck did I get hit by?
It's like, yeah, I'm feeling it. What?
Hey, there was a fucking, what, you fucking Capcom and its horrible hitboxes? I could rant about hitboxes all day, and I really don't want it, because it is one thing that I am so nasty at. I can get very nasty about its hitboxes in this game, especially in Monster Hunter World. You ain't coming home when the cows moo. Not with Monster Hunter World. Oh no. When I seen a couple of hitboxes, Anjanath had a nasty one at one point. I don't know if they fixed it or not. There's still excuse me. There's still a few monsters in Monster Hunter World that have horrible hitboxes, and everyone's excuse that will defend Monster Hunter World will be like, oh, well, what can you do? I don't know, just get a better fucking development team at this point. Not taking any credit away from the team itself, but it can happen. I mean, seriously. But Jesus Christ. My Palicos went to town. Oh, should I nerf my Palicos because they're using Valstrax gear? So I mean, you know, if you want to really be petty and be like, you know, JD Punk, you got these OP fucking Palicos and they're using fucking Valstrax gear. I'm like, to be honest, the Palicos don't help out, in my opinion. I don't feel like they help out like majorly. The CPUs that helped out the most were the ones in Frontier. I'm fucking like, whoa. Like, when I played Frontier and I seen like actual human CPUs in that game, like I was like shocked. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, I was in bliss. I was like, oh my god, they actually do this and they don't do this over here? And I was kind of like, you know what, actually I think this is kind of good we don't have this, because honestly, it'd be kind of weird. It would be like, hey, what's up, human figure that's not really human. I know you're a CPU, but, you know, just crazy that how different Frontier is from the main series, and rightfully so. It can be, because it really is. I mean, Monster Hunter Frontier is on ZZ right now, which is honestly the most weirdest and fucking most stupidest title I've ever seen, but it does make sense. It obviously does. It's like a sequel to Monster Hunter Z, or the continuation of Z. So, you know, it's whatever, I guess. And they got new weapons, which I believe were magnet spikes, and they looked like a tumor, Johnny. They did not look pleasing. I mean, from my perspective, yes, they looked cool. They looked really cool. Just the design-wise, it was good too. It was just the whole thing together just was like, oh boy, that's something you created in the kitchen, Johnny. I mean, it honestly looked pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not jealous or anything, but you know, in the future, you know, we have ideas. Main team, you want to go back to Frontier and, you know, steal some ideas? I mean, they do have a few of your flagships. You know, you can steal ideas. It doesn't matter if the fans get mad. You'll please us. Like, I love to rack on Frontier so much. And why? Because I can. Because Frontier is one of those games, and there's another thing about Frontier, people, they'll be like, well, I pay a subscription. Well, I'm like, I don't, so I don't give a shit. I mean, at one point, yes, I was playing Frontier and I was paying a subscription, but I was paying the Taiwan subscription, which is cheaper than the Japanese one. So if you really want to, if you want me to be petty, I can be petty, but let's not talk about that. In overall, Frontier is a great game. Yeah, people will go into detail and say it's not, because, you know, a lot of the monsters are like copy and paste based, which I agree, but honestly, it's just like, I love Monster Hunter so much, I really can't, like, yeah, I'm definitely like fucking haywhacking at Monster Hunter World, because I don't know, the game is like, it's good, but content wise, I think it's not there. It's not. No, I can see the team doing way better than this, and they really should, because they're at the point of just making arch-tempered monsters constantly, and I think it's a lazy you know, scapegoat. I really think it's lazy. Now, credibility-wise, you know, when it comes to other monsters, bringing Lunastra back, I think that was good. I think that was a very good idea, because Lunastra is the pair-up with Teostra, and we haven't seen Lunastra in a game in like so many years. It's like, good God. Devil Joe, you know, good for you for putting him back in. Credit, I guess. But, I mean, to be honest, Devil Joe's nothing new, because he gets ported in every single fucking game. Kulftaroth, I praise them for that because it's a new monster. They actually tried something new. They got the siege mode correct. It was great. It was phenomenal. So I credit them for that wholeheartedly. But when it comes to Archtempers, I did dig the first few couples. Excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. I did credit them for the first couple, but it's at the point where they're just using it to be fillers, in my opinion. Like, they're just using it just to be like, yeah, feed the little guys. I'm not saying I'm a big guy and I want more content like constantly. I just want them to produce quality. And I don't give a shit if they make this quality in 3 months, 6 months. I don't care, as long as they deliver the quality. And if it's small portions, I'm fine with it. That's how I feel about it. I'm not one of those people who are like, give me 20 new monsters in the first year. That's your quota. No. I'd be happy, honestly, with 2 a year. Because I know how hard it is to develop a new monster and have like new mechanics behind it. And this is why I go back and I credit the people who made Lunastra, because I know it is difficult. It is difficult to create new monsters, but at the same time, it's not too difficult because you're going off the same principle of what it was, but you're adding a lot of new things to it. So you know how that goes. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Oh yeah, and one more thing. I want to thank you guys for getting me to 50 subs. It's like, holy shit. Like, this guy came in here, he made my day, and he got me up to 50 subs, baby. I was like, woo! And, I hope we, reach up to 100 sometime, but God knows when that will be. That'll be another 2 years. I have no idea. But, overall, I feel like Monster Hunter World is a good game. I don't want to take that from anyone because, I was at one point when I first started playing Monster Hunter, and I'm going to be honest, one of my first games when I legitimately got into it was Monster Hunter Tri. Besides the older games. I played the older games, but I wasn't legit on it, but I was good. I was really good at it, but I just didn't take it seriously. But when I played Monster Hunter Tri, I took it as serious as possible. And it was one of those games I finally, I was legit on. And the thing is, I can relate to this. I can relate to the people who play World is because the roster was small. And there was a lot of things taken out of this game that were supposed to be in this game. Like hunting horns, gun lances, dual blades. There were a lot of things missing from Tri. And the roster was small, but it was a lot of new monsters, so it wasn't much to complain about. And I'm going to be honest, I did not complain once about that game. I did not complain once. And it was because I didn't know what to expect from Capcom at this time. I was like, oh, this is cool. This is amazing. And, I looked back at these old games, and I say to myself, and I'm like, man, I wish Monster Hunter Tri could have this stuff. But it's kind of too late now, because I know they're not going to really update the game and stuff. And, I took it for granted. I really did take Monster Hunter Tri for granted, and I thought it was a good game for its time. And now I look back at it, I think it was meh. I don't say it's a horrible game, but it's I know what to expect. I basically excuse that game because it happened before. In Monster Hunter World is another instance where it happened where the roster was small, but it did have all the weapons in there. But the weapon schematics and how the weapons looked were kind of sloppy. They were, just slap-ons, and here you go. You got an iron greatsword with a combination of the hide of a Jaggy on it and call it a day, or a Joggerus, sorry about that, like a Joggerus, and they called it a day, which I consider lazy. I really do. But it does look original, because you don't want to go too wacky like Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. But that's why I like Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, because it differs from World. It takes the reality out of context, and it gives you all these possibilities of armor and stuff. It just goes out of whack. Like, this game's all over the place, and I don't know. That's how I like it. I like when shit's like batshit crazy, like Frontier. I mean, not necessarily Frontier batshit crazy, but Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, I honestly think it's a great game, and I honestly think Monster Hunter World is a great game, and honestly, people should try it both to get a taste of the classic style with the mix of the new style, because, you know, you have the hunting arts and stuff, and you could play Monster Hunter World, which is totally different, and that's a good experience as well. So anyways, I want to thank you guys for the 50 subscribers. I want to thank everyone who's watching this video. It was a little long. I know I kind of dragged it out. I'm sorry, but I had to get some feelings out. I had to get some things and stuff about Monster Hunter out. So I want to thank you guys so much for staying in tune for this episode. Well, it's not even really an episode. It's more like a Let's Play. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this fight on Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, me facing up against the Royal Ludroth. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace.